Coming up on Kylee Makes It. Surprise eggs. So fun to make, so fun to break.
Hi, it's Kylee, and I'm so excited that you're here because there's something in the Maker Box today! Ooh, I love the Maker Box. It's always such a surprise. Let's see what's in there. Oh, I know what this is. It's a lump of clay. Oh, and there's one more thing. It's an egg. Have you ever seen an egg like this before? Yeah, they open up. And sometimes people hide them outside. And when you open them up, there's all sorts of surprises in there. It could be candy, toys, stickers, money, anything. I love surprise eggs. I don't know what that clay is about, but you want to go on an egg hunt with me? Let's do it. I wish there was a basket or something around. Perfect. Let's go. I'm so excited to find some eggs. Do you have your looking eyes ready? Me too. Let's do it. Oh! We found our first egg. It's yellow. Should we wait or open it up now? Now, right? All right. It's two cars. It's a green car and a purple car. Let's have a race. Who do you think's gonna win? I think it was green. We'll have to try it again in the studio. Awesome. I bet there's more. Let's keep going. Eggs. You gotta look up high and look down low. Oh! This green one. It looks like an alligator. What's inside? What? It looks like beads for a bracelet. Should we make it? There's different colors and letters. Oh, I know what this spells. Get them all going the right way. Woo! Do you see it? Kylee. Kylee, that's me. I made a special bracelet just for me, and I cannot wait to wear it. What letter does your name start with? Mine starts with K. Ooh! Let's keep going. Sometimes different color eggs can blend in with the background, so you have to look very carefully for those camouflaged eggs. What? You see one over here? Hi, little stripey. What's in here? mold this into whatever shape we want. Ooh, it feels good and squishy. I'm going to make, maybe a dog. Made a ball for his head. Gonna have floppy ears like Hash Brown the dog. And, ooh, a cute little nose. Does it look like a dog to you? Thanks. Let's keep going. Whoa! Two right next to each other. Green and yellow. I wonder what these have inside. What? And there's instructions on how to build this really cool truck. Should we do it? All right. Amazing. Whew, that was fun. Do you think there's more out here? This is awesome. Come on, truck. This would be a good place to hide an egg. I see you. Whoa! This is an amazing surprise egg. It's a little butterfly and a tiny, tiny paintbrush and paints to paint it with. Let's do it. I think this is the happiest little butterfly. I can't wait for it to dry so that I can display my piece of art in my house. Let's keep going. Here. And what is inside? Only one way to find out. What? Come on down here. What? I know what this is. It's a little flower pot. and a little bucket and a little trowel to plant it with. That is so fun! Let's do it. First, the soil. Fill up our pot. That looks like enough. Now, let's get out our seed. We'll dig a little hole and plant it. Boop. Cover it up. Press it down a little bit and then water it. Boop, 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 boop. I'll have to put real water on it later. I can't wait to see what this grows into. Cool. Feeling that there's one more. The stump is always a good place to look for things. Let's check it out. What? Do you hear that? There's something inside. This is a surprise egg with a toy inside, just like the other ones that we just found. How do we get it out? Have you ever broken open a real egg? Like when you're helping bake a cake or cook? You have to crack the shell, don't you? I wonder if to get the surprise out of this surprise egg, we have to crack the clay open. Should we try it? Okay. Ready? All right. 1, 2. What is... I know what this is, watch. Put the little ball in his mouth and... Sorry, I shot you with the ball. That is so fun. Throw it back. Nice. All right, catch, you ready? Okay. Oh. Oh. This is so fun. And this has given me a great idea on how to use the supplies that we found in the maker box earlier. You want to go do it now? To the studio! To make your very own surprise clay egg, here's the things that you're gonna need. A plastic egg that comes apart in 2 pieces, some air-dried clay, 2 small pieces of tin foil, a little cup of water, and that's about it. A little pair of pliers or tweezers can also be helpful. Here we go. The first thing you're gonna do is cover the 2 halves of your eggs in tin foil. Now, with both halves covered, you're going to take your clay and break it into 2 pieces. Roll a piece into a ball, and then use your fingers to flatten it out. Once that part of the clay is flat, take one of your sides of your egg and put it inside. Now, bring the clay up around the sides of your egg, making sure that it's stuck firmly to each side of the egg. If you want to make it a little bit smoother, you can dip your finger or your thumb in some water and smooth out any fingerprints or cracks or lines that you have. Repeat that with the other side. Both of the halves of our eggs are covered now. So the next thing we need to do is to get the plastic egg out. How we're gonna get the plastic egg out so that the clay can dry without it in there is to start peeling back our tin foil from inside the egg. Once you've peeled the tin foil back, you can use your fingers or pliers or tweezers to grab onto the edge of the plastic egg and just pull it right out. Like that. this leaves an egg-shaped clay ball that's hollow inside with the tinfoil still in. Do that for both sides. Now we want to let these dry for a little bit with the tinfoil still inside. You want to make sure that they don't air dry all the way until we're done with the next part. You want the clay to be a little bit moist for this part, but still be able to hold its shape when you take the tinfoil out of the inside. I'm going to start peeling away the tinfoil on the inside. If these are dry enough, that'll come right out. It's going to be a little wrinkly on the inside, but that's okay. Next comes the super fun part. We get to decide what surprise we're going to put into our surprise egg. I think I'm going to put a car into this one. Now it's time to seal it up so that it's all one piece. The reason that we still want this to be a little bit wet when we do this is so that the new clay sticks to this clay and doesn't crack away from it when it starts to dry. I'm going to roll this piece of clay into a coil and kind of flatten it out a little bit like this. Once I've done that, I'm going to use a clay tool. If you don't have one, you could use a toothpick or a knife or a pencil. And I'm going to score the clay, which is what's going to help it grab on and stick together. Scoring the clay just means I'm going to draw a bunch of lines in it like this, kind of like scratching it. Great. Now I'm going to go all the way around the seam of my egg and just get this clay wet again. Just like that. Now I'm going to score the outside of this egg all around the seam. Scratch it up. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of water around everywhere I scored, even on my new clay, and lay it over the middle. I'm then going to use water and my fingers to just smush it and blend it in. We're never going to push too hard because remember, this clay is still wet, so it still will squish a little bit. So just gently and carefully go along, connecting your coil and smoothing it into the egg. Now, the two pieces became one piece. Let this dry overnight, and then the next day, you can paint your eggs. The eggs are all dry, which means it's time to decorate them. There's lots of ways to pick the colors that you're going to use. One of the ways that we understand color is by using the color wheel. The color wheel helps us understand the relationship between colors and helps us pick what kind of colors we're going to use. Today, I'm going to use complementary colors because when complementary colors are next to each other, they give a lot of energy to whatever you're painting, and they make the colors really pop. Complementary colors are colors that are opposite from each other on the color wheel. So we have purple and yellow, orange and blue, and red and green. Those are the complementary colors, and that's what I'm going to use to paint these eggs. I'm going to start with a base coat on each of my eggs, and when that dries, I'll add more details. Let's make it. Yellow. Orange. Red. Purple. Blue. Light green. Now it's time to add some details. You can do anything you want and let your imagination go wild on this one. For my yellow egg, I'm going to use purple because that's the complementary color to yellow. For my orange egg, I'm going to decorate it with blue because blue is the complementary color to orange. Ta-da! On this green egg, I'm going to use red because red is a complementary color to green. That's all the complementary colors: purple and yellow, orange and blue, red and green. Let's keep decorating. Now I'm just going to add some finishing touches, and we're ready to hide these and crack them open. Wouldn't it be fun if we could share this art with some other people too? I have an idea. Some of Dax's friends are coming over. What if you and I hid these eggs around my yard, and when Dax and Roman and Frankie come over, they can go on an egg hunt and then an egg smash and get some awesome toys. Do you want to? Okay, I'm gonna finish these up. I'll see you out there. Our clay surprise eggs are ready, and Dax and Roman and Frankie are on their way. Let's hide them together. Come on. I'm here with my friends, and we are so excited to find some Easter eggs, aren't we? Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's look over here and see if we can find anything. Good job. Get it, get it, get it. Do you see any anywhere? Woo! You see it? Woo! Yes, that's the last one. Come on. This part is very exciting because we have to smash them to get the toys out.
Smash them?
Yep. Which one do you want to open up first, Dax?
This one.
Okay, put it right here on the rock. Oh, yeah, you can smash it that way. What's in there?
A cow.
What's in there, Frank? Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, what's in there? There's something in that. Silly putty. These are like rings that go on your fingers like this. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you. Smash. A slinky. Woo!
I need to do this one. Look at.
Woo! Look what hopped out of your egg. Frank, look.
A new toy.
And you got a car too, a purple one. And Dax got a yellow car. You guys should race. Oh, perfect. Look, a stretchy dinosaur.
I got to get Jojo.
That was so fun opening up these amazing eggs with our friends. And it was so fun making these eggs with you. I'll see you next time.
Kylee Makes It!
Hello, I am a bunny, and I have journeyed far and wide to find the largest carrot on top of the largest mountain. I'm here! Ah! Whoa! A rope! Someone's come to help me!
Hi, my name's Kylie, and I made this little rabbit today out of polymer clay, so I had to come outside and try it out, see if it was good to play with, right? Turns out it is. I'll come back and finish this story with you, but first, do you want to learn how to make your very own polymer clay rabbit? Let's go to the studio and I'll show you how to make your own rabbit so you can tell your own stories. And then we'll finish this one up. Come on. To make your polymer clay bunny, here's the things you're gonna need. Polymer clay. If you don't want to use polymer, that's totally fine. You could make this with air-dried clay or Play-Doh or any kind of clay, really. It'll just depend how you finish it and how strong it is once it's done. I chose polymer clay because it's really easy to use, and once you bake it, it's hard. And you can bake it in your oven, so it's really easy. Polymer clay, my favorite brand is Sculpey. If you want to put a puffy tail on your rabbit, you're gonna need some pom-poms, toothpicks, and I used a little bit of paint and a little bit of gloss for mine, but you wouldn't need that part. You'll also need an oven. Are you ready to make it? Let's do it. You can make your bunny whatever color you want. I'm going to use this light yellow. Break off 2 balls of clay, just like that. One a little bit bigger and one a little bit smaller. Roll them up. Now, I'm going to take it in my hand and just flatten it a little bit. This will make the spheres, or the balls, into circles or discs. Next. Great, now one is going to be the body and one is going to be the head. You can put this down flat to work on it. Put your body down first and then attach your head. Give it a little smush. You don't need to go super hard. Great. Next, we're going to make the ears of the bunny, my favorite part. Take a little bit more of whatever color you want and break off 2 equal pieces. If you want your ears to be really big and really long, use more clay. I'm rolling these into coils. Then I'm going to slightly flatten them with my fingers just by pinching them and make the ends of each coil into a point, like that. I'm going to break a toothpick in half and I'm going to put each one in the end of each ear. Now I'm going to take my ears on toothpicks and put them into my bunny's head. This will make sure that they stick and stay up. It's starting to look like a bunny, right? Now, if you want to put some color on the inside of your rabbit's ears, go ahead and do that. Then just stick it right inside your ear. And you're just gonna press that together lightly. You can bend your rabbit's ears to give it a little bit more personality. I think I'm going to flop one down a little bit, like that. Just one though. Time to make the face. I'm gonna take a very little bit of clay and roll it into a ball. Then I'm going to shape it into an oval and flatten it just a little bit. This will be the cheeks of our bunny. I'm gonna put it right here. And then I'm gonna make a little nose to put it right on top. I'm gonna use this teal color. You can use whatever color you want. put it on top and give it a little smush. Now that you have your little cheeks and your nose of your rabbit attached, use a toothpick to make a mouth. Great. And then I'm going to make some holes in this so it looks like places for whiskers. What is this rabbit missing? Eyes. The only thing left to make with clay is the bunny's feet. So, take a coil, break it in half, and attach it right to the underside of your rabbit. Great. You can also use your toothpick to make little lines to make it look like your bunny has toes. The kind of polymer clay that I used for this project needs to bake at 275 degrees for 15 minutes, so I'll see you in 15 minutes. The bunny is out of the oven, and now we can add a few more details with paint if you want to. I'm gonna flip mine upside down and add a little bit of a gloss finish. This just makes it look shiny. Add my gloss paint on, and now I'm gonna add some detail in the eye to make them look shiny and a little tongue or mouth. So I just have a little paintbrush. I'm gonna grab a little white paint, just the smallest dot, and just boop, boop. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of pink paint and paint this little area right here by the mouth. There we go. And now it's time for, I think, the most fun part, the big poofy tail. Now, let's get back to our story.
It's you, my long-lost twin. Thank you for your help. Now let's go get that carrot. Wow, this is a large and yellow peely carrot. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious.
Hi, it's me, Kylie. Welcome to my backyard. It finally feels like spring out here. It's not technically spring yet, but ooh, that sun feels so good on my face. And I just found a sign of spring in my yard. It's the first thing every year that happens when I think spring is coming. Look at this. Little yellow flowers and purple flowers. I love them. And every year they show up right here. And it reminds me that spring and warmer days are ahead. I'm gonna pick just one of these and bring it into my house. But these flowers are so special, I think that you and I should make something special to carry them in once we pick the one that we choose. What do you think? All right, to the studio! See you guys soon. Welcome to the studio. I am so excited to show you the craft that we're going to be making today because basket making, or making a basket, is a craft that is ancient. Do you know what the word ancient means? It means super, 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 super old. Like things that have been around for thousands and hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of years. I live in North America, and basket weaving has been an ancient craft and art form in North America for a long time. In the Southwest United States, they have found baskets that are over 8,000 years old. Here's the supplies that you need to make your basket. You're gonna need 1 or 2 paper plates, 2 if you want to make a handle. Different kinds of yarn, string, ribbon, whatever kind of fibers you wanna use. You're gonna need some glue, a little bit of tape. I'm using a plate and paintbrush for my glue, but if you have glue in a bottle, that'll work just fine. A circle shape you can trace, a marker or something to trace with, scissors, ruler, check, check, check. The first thing I'm gonna do is to cut the rim of this paper plate off. There we go, a nice round circle. Now I'm gonna cut out the handle for my basket from my other plate. Now I'm gonna use my ruler so that I can make these lines nice and precise. This will be the handle for our little basket. If you want a longer or bigger handle, you just need to use a longer piece of paper. Next, you need to choose the size of the bottom of your basket. So I picked this circle for the bottom. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of my paper plate and trace it. Now that we have our middle traced, we're going to cut lines around the whole perimeter, that means the edge of our circle. This will create the walls of our basket. You might not be able to imagine this right away, but just stick with me. You can use a ruler to measure these out, but you also don't have to. They don't have to be the same width all the way around. If they're different widths, that might even look kind of cool because you would get a different design of your basket. You get to pick. The only thing you need to think about as you make these cuts is that you make an odd number of sections. When I say odd number, I don't mean a number that's unusual. I mean a number that's not even. Do you know the difference between even numbers and odd numbers? Oh, math break!
Math break!
Here's how I remember the difference between even and odd numbers. If you stack them in a column of 2, like everyone is holding hands with a friend, like this, is the top flat or is the top even? Because even just means flat, smoothed out, totally level. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, is an even number, but 3, it's not. That's not even. Boom, 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 boom. That's a bumpy road. 3 is an odd number, a unique number. How about 4? Is the top flat or bumpy? It's flat. 4 is an even number. 5, odd. 6, even. 7, odd. 8, even. Are you starting to get it? 9, odd, and 10, even. It just keeps going like that. Now you know the difference between odd and even numbers.
Your math break is over.
So I'm going to cut an odd number of sections. When you get to the line we traced, stop cutting. That area is protected by this line so that there's a bottom to our basket. You can use a ruler to measure these out, but you also don't have to. They don't have to be the same width all the way around. If they're different widths, that might even look kind of cool because you would get a different design of your basket. You get to pick. 13 odd, so I need to make this one into 2, so it's 14, 15. Those 15 sections will end up being the warp of the weave that we're making. The warp are the lines that go up and down or vertically in a woven thing. So we have 15 warps for our basket. Our next step is to cut a little space between each section so that there's room for our yarn. I'm going to do that by cutting a little triangle, kind of like a pizza slice, between each section. Wow, it kind of looks like a sun or a flower, doesn't it? Or, a sunflower. Now you're going to be able to start to imagine the basket a little bit. The circle we traced is going to be the bottom, and these sections we cut, or the warps, are going to be the sides. See? Before we get weaving, I'm going to decorate the very bottom of my basket, which definitely can be woven, but that's not what we're doing here today. So I'm just gonna add some yarn with glue. I'm gonna start by making a little twirl and putting it in the very center. I already put my glue down so this sticks. Then I'm gonna keep wrapping this in a coil, kind of like a snail, all the way until the bottom of my basket is covered. Once that's done, you just need to cut it. That glue will dry and hold it right in place. Now we're going to add some yarn. This is what's going to hold all of these sections together. This is what's called the weft. Find whatever color string, yarn, ribbon, whatever you're using you want to start with. And just to make it a little easier to hold, I'm going to tape this down. Then we're going to start weaving. The pattern that we're going to be using today is just over, under, over, under, over, under. Yes, over, under. You get it. This one's over, so for our next one, we're just going to go under, over, under. Getting it? Over, under, over, under. Now you get to decide if you want to keep going with that color or switch it up. You can make whatever kind of design you want. I'm going to do a couple more rounds with this teal color. For the first couple rows, it's okay to do this flat, but as you start getting closer, you're going to start lifting those warps up so that your weft can start holding it up into a basket shape instead of just a flat plate shape or something. I love it. And I think it's time for me to switch colors. To do that, I'm just going to cut my yarn off and I'm just going to secure the end with a little bit of tape again. And then switch. I'm going to try this dark gray. Ooh. Once you've filled up your warps almost all the way to the top, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to punch some holes in the top so we can make a decoration around the top edge, and we're going to add on our handle. So let's start with our hole punches. Now that our holes are punched, we're about to put our handles on. So the first thing I'm going to do is take care of these extra ends. And how you're going to do that is you're just going to tuck them under the weave so that they stay nice and hidden and it looks really neat. There we go. Time to attach our handle and to make a cool design around the edge of this basket. First thing you need to do is decide where you want your handle to go and then glue them down to the inside. We're going to use yarn to secure these too, but gluing them just helps you hold everything so you're not all... Now that your handles are attached, you just need some string. Now that your handles are attached, you're going to thread some yarn through the holes that we punched. Yarn gets really frayed on the ends. That means all the little pieces go everywhere, which can make it really hard to thread. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape around the end of my yarn. It's a temporary threading needle. For every part of this design, I'm going to start from the inside and go out. So inside, out. Then I'm going to bring it up, go inside, out. I'm not going to pull this really tight. I don't actually need it to hold anything. It's just a design. See that little twirly design it's making on top? Cool. When you get to the handles, just do the same thing. Go through the hole that you punched in your handle. Then go between to go back in, and then just right through that hole again. Keep going all the way around. I decided to go around one more time on my top just because I want to double up that cool looking design. Our basket is looking awesome. Just one step left and it's to weave the handle. I'm going to use a pattern again that's just over, under, but there's only two. So I'm just going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until I reach the other side. Over, under. Our basket is done. I love it. Is it perfect? No way. But that's what makes it special. And special enough to carry the first flower of spring. I'm so excited. Maybe you want to make a basket at home, but you don't have any flowers around. Or maybe when you're watching this, it's winter time. Where are you supposed to get a spring flower? Don't worry. A basket like this can have many purposes. Maybe you put one of the coolest rocks from your rock collection in here, or something very special that someone gave you, maybe your favorite little toy. Or if your family celebrates Easter in the spring, maybe this would be the perfect place for an Easter egg. Oh yeah, that would totally work. But for us today, this is a special flower carrier. Let's go! You beat me. Okay, got my basket, got our flowers. Ready? Look, isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Okay, got our basket, got our flower. Perfect. I loved making this with you today. I loved our basket, I love spring, and I love when we get to hang out. If you want to make more art with me, just search for Kylee Makes It. Kylee. That's me. See you next time.